So yeah, see, you don't have to pay anything to Google, right? So Google just asks you for a couple of details. It was quite easy. In fact, this can be used by anybody. So for example, you are at this place right now. So let's assume this agency is not listed on maps. You can open your mobile and you can list this business. You
Even
can,
I can do it.
you can do it. Anybody can do it. Mark the missing place. There's an option. You go to your Google Maps. We will discuss that with screenshots, with the actual thing, right? Quickly. So I'm discussing at a very top level today about various kinds of internet presences, right? You can do it, but then in course, see, that's how it was earlier. Even now you can map it, right? But then in recent times, since few years, Google started securing the sensitive data, right? People started listing the military what do you say that all the legal
Okay,
bodies
yeah.
also, the military land, or it could be the military practice things, or certain things have to be kept as a
Secret,
secret.
secret. Yeah.
People started listing them as well.
Oh.
So that's when Google started some stringent action over how they should be operating on this part. And also people started listing. So for example, let's say you are business, your restaurant is here, or maybe you are some packers and movers, you are here. Right. So now when you list here, what happens is by default when somebody is searching from nearby places, packers and movers, this listing will show up, right? So if people from HSR are searching packers and movers or pest control near me, the listing which is listed in the HSR address, this physical address will start showing up nearby. They started getting a lot of calls to people. Now they got greedy, though they don't have any kind of physical presence. Now they go to Download, randomly list some address, pest control, some randomly some address, right?
No,
So
but how do you get down the first, like, pest control, building hundreds of pest control in HSR? And how do you rank their
how do we rank? So
yes.
again, there is a lot of
Like
optimization
my name
process.
should be, if I'm
Yes,
doing a
yes,
pest
yes.
control business, my
So there
name should
is
come
yes,
first.
there is lot of optimization process for it. We have some 10 pages discussion about this. Some 10 20 pages discussion around this, right? So we'll be discussing at least 3 to 4 hours. How do we make it rank in the top? Okay, there's a very elaborative discussion on this, right? So now people started listing some random places everywhere. Sitting in India, I used to take my friend's address and list it as a business because I get calls from US as well. For example, let's say I'm training company. I haven't done that, but we have done it in the past. Now it's not that easy. So we used to buy a physical, what do you call it as virtual address. There were sellers selling it, virtual address. We used to take that address, we used to list the business in those locations. And now what happens is benefit, one of the first benefit is you will be getting lots of phone calls from those places. Earlier you
Yes,
were
we
getting
can
only
see.
from HSR layout. Now think of you getting calls from Indra Nagar, Damlur, KR Puram, from everywhere. It was maximum 10 calls a day, now it went up to 50 calls a day or 100 calls a day, right? So Google made it more stringent. Now you have to do a video verification, you have to submit all kinds of documents. It's not that easy, right? And now, now there are so many companies, just dial charges 5,000 to 10,000 rupees to list your business on Google.
1 year or
No, no,
just
just listing one
just
time
listing.
and it stays over there, right? Correct. It stays on Google forever, right? Until and unless, see, it might get suspended or removal also when you are doing some suspicious activity on your profile, right? So suspicious activity can be anything. So for example, you leaving comments from the same internet connection. So all of your 20 employees from the same internet connection from the same device using the fake IDs, they'll start reviewing your business. Now Google suspends. See, Google identifies various such activities, not just reviews. There are various things to consider. So you must have listed one more location in HS or some other corner also, though you don't have any kind of presence. Google probably suspend both.
And how do they come to know about that?
They have built the systems intelligently, such a they have their own mechanism. They have people manually verifying it also. See, it's all happening on the system. So it is as easy as the see. You must have seen this. When you go to medical stores, you ask for any tablet, they will check it in the computer.
Hmm.
How do they get to know?
This is stock
It is
management.
all store management, right? So when it is all updated on the software, when it is all stored at one place, it's easier to understand. Same way, whatever activity you do, it's all getting listed onto their database. All the data is sitting on the database. It's just a seconds of activity for them to VLOOKUP and map, Excel sheets, used Excel sheets.
Yeah.
VLOOKUP, there's something called as VLOOKUP on Excel sheet, right? So many such processes will be running on their system to identify, correct? See, if it is manual, this medical store guy has to go keep searching all the racks, correct? You might probably end up searching the whole day and you will still not find where it is, correct? You will not understand how many products are left. In software, it's just few seconds of activity, correct? The same happens with their systems and algorithms as well, correct? So this is one of the easiest. And even now, 90% of the businesses have only this much, right? A lot of packers and movers. Now, eventually, what happened is people started realizing. Now, you ask me, what do we do to make it rank in the top? I said there are hundreds of things to be done. We are going to discuss. One of those things is you connecting this with the website. If you could see this here, look at this. There is a website connected here. There is a website connected here. Website is not connected. So
it is connected, but directions is not there. It is not mapped.
which one? Yeah. Directions is not there. Correct. Website is there. See, few people see connecting websites will enhance the performance of these listings. And you regularly performing activities on website enhances it further. That is one of the activity which can help you to move to the top. Having the best rating will make your listing move to the top.
But even that is now fake.
Yes, please. So,
It's
fake.
a business now.
See, now nobody who is happy with the product or service will go and review. Okay, until and unless it's explicitly asked. If they are angry, they will go and review. If they are disappointed, they go and review. See, no one on the earth goes and reviews, I'm extremely happy with your service. That could be probably 1 or 2%.
If you get some coupon or
Until
something.
unless they are offline connected, friends, known people, or somebody, right? Or explicitly it has to be asked. So it's understood that whatever you get, see, that doesn't mean that they are all fake. It could be probably there is an effort to get the review. So the effort can be creating a monetary benefit for them. It can be anything, right? So for example, if you are giving a review upfront to my classes, I will give 2,000 rupees discount.
That's all. You get
I did
some
not
coupon.
put this anywhere. I'm not telling. I'm just telling this as an
Yeah.
example. So creating a monetary benefit upfront. So I went to one. I know one service guy, car service guy. He puts a QR code to the sorry, not QR. Yeah, QR code tag in the car. If they are reviewing it, he is creating. He is directing. Sorry, he is not charging less. His service is so bad that a lot of people give negative reviews, negative ratings, less rating, and bad reviews. So now this guy, what he has done, he wants thousands. See, now for every one low rating, you might need few tens of positive reviews to tackle it, because it's average. So it is something like this. So let's say you have got 10 out of 10 in 5 subjects, correct? So now in one subject you get 9. That is 6 subjects. So now total is 59 divided by 6. How much is it? So your average is not getting impacted. Your average is still close to 9
Six.
point, no, not
Close to 9.9.
9.9, 9.8, something like that. Now if the 6th subject score is 1 out of 10, now it becomes just 51. 51 divided by 6,
8 points something it comes.
correct? Correct. Now when it is done it on a, so that's how it works. When it is on a very large scale, or when you have got very few reviews, so one single negative rating will impact your score by so many numbers. So now to handle this, tackle this, you have to get few tens of reviews. For every one single negative, you have to get few tens of reviews. This is a huge process. We'll discuss. Okay, so this is one of the easiest way to build internet presence for your business, right? Now, second thing, so people start publishing about their business on various platforms, mostly the directories, Just Dial, Suleka, all this Trade India, Trade Mart, India Mart, various platforms, right? So again, this doesn't help e-commerce, not even for certain kinds of services. So Just Dial, Suleka, these kinds of platforms were super useful back to a decade. So in course of time, they became useless because their system is completely exploited, and the same lead. See, even you must have inquired for some product here, right? They know that you are relevant only to businesses in this area. Now what they will do, you have inquired with Canara Digital on Justile. Now they will take your contact detail, they will send to hundreds of similar companies like us.
Competition, like, I mean, they are.
No, not competition, it's not competition. See, there are flaws in their system or process.
I got it.
So see now, ideally, so when I inquire, so when you have inquired for Canara Digital
They
Training
give me
program,
alternatives also.
so what they do is when you inquire by leaving your details over there, they get your name and contact. They were supposed to send it only to Canara Digital, but what did they do? They have taken this and have sent to all the training institutes around. Your experience is so bad, right? Your customer, see, there are two problems here. Your customer experience has taken a hit, right? You
Getting
started
calls.
getting lots of calls.
Yes, correct.
Unfortunately, instead of sending your contact to now training companies, they have sent it to yoga instructor also. Their algorithm maps you are looking for training, and somebody has published their profile as yoga trainer, and your contact goes to yoga trainer also, not only to the digital marketing trainer. You started getting irrelevant calls, right? From user perspective, your experience is very bad. Not only that, from business owner's perspective, I'll tell you. The main inquiry happened for you, for Canara Digital for us, let's assume. And your contact has been sent to 100 people already, correct? So now what happens, you will start receiving call even before I call to that number. Let's say I'm already on some call, even before I call to my genuine lead, 100 people have called them already.
They get frustrated.
Frustrated, and when I call by them, they would have already been signed with somebody else, correct? And this being the reason, everybody stopped using
Just
Justile or India Mart, Suleka, many platforms. Ideally, they were super good. Even now, they get the business, but just that people are very inconvenient with all of these things. Even now, they have potential to get the business. But then, see, a business will get a business only when customer shows interest. Now, customer showing interest on Justile has come down drastically because of all these headaches. Multiple people calling, they know, they are very clear now, very choosy now. I'll see the Google business listing, I'll quickly call the Google business listing. Correct? They are very choosy now. They see the reviews. Oh, this guy has been rated 4.9 and he has got 500 reviews and their website looks appealing, right? And they stay very nearby to me and they are 100% relevant. Let's call to this guy. They are deciding to whom they should be calling. Google did not had this focused earlier. That's when all these platforms emerged and they grew significantly. And in course of time, Google got a hold on it, and it has given a very good experience to the public as well, and hence people are. And now, if you look at this, every business is focusing on this. Every business. And now, if you are, I was telling you one business thing right yesterday. One of the previous batch guy, he does websites 10,000, 20,000, right? So people are doing this as well. If you are listing a business on Google like this, they are charging 7,000 to 10,000 rupees per listing. It has verification process involved. They travel to the physical location. They do all the video verification, photo verification, document whatsoever is needed. It's not that tedious, but when you're doing it for the first time, it looks like fuzzy. You don't feel like you are scared also, kind of. You are not really 100% sure or certain about what you are doing. You are worried that it might get suspended forever. That's why now you look for somebody who has prior experience in it, right? So this is another business. Somebody who I know people. A lot of them, they take their bike. They're wrong. Okay, I'll do a business listing for you. Pay me 7,000. Pay me 10,000. 10 minutes ka come and he will get 10,000 rupees. If he gets 10 businesses, and to sell these kind of service, they don't have to come to Bangalore also. Even small towns, everywhere people are doing this business. Okay, right. Second thing on these platforms, look at this. This is the second internet presence that you can build. We call this as local business listing, right? And this is directories listing. So this is of no use, right? And now if you look at this, Google is not really giving priority to this. There is an importance for use from user perspective. This is of super good experience for user, but Google would lose their revenue. So what they have done, they have placed ads in the top.
It's sponsored.
Right now for businesses, it has become a necessity. If they have to capture the market, or if you have to get, if you have to go, if they have to get an aggressive growth, they have to start investing here as well, right? And now if you have to invest here, You shouldn't be promoting your Facebook page or LinkedIn page or your Just Dial page, right? People will remember it as a Just Dial and they will never remember your business name, correct? Okay, even before we come to this, let's speak about the other kinds of presences that a business used to make and is still making a lot of them, right? They will start registering their profile on Facebook, there's Instagram, LinkedIn, everywhere. Thing is, they won't get anything out of it.
What about Reddit, which is going on right now?
Reddit?
Yeah.
Reddit works super good for services or influencing or improving the conversion rate. So, for example, I'll be asking a question. Okay, so which is the best platform or the website to buy winter wear? Right, I'll go and write, okay, so I have bought from Mantrajabam, I did not like, but this platform is really very nice, the prices are best. So now what happens is this review influences people to that gets and see every, see when you can make your presence everywhere, it's as simple as this, like for everywhere. So on internet you can go anywhere and can make the presence, right? But as a business you should be also in a position to go and understand the metrics or the outcome of it. Right, you have published about your business, answered to the Quora questions. You are, they are the best packers and movers or best pest control agency or best e-commerce portal. What e-commerce will not get much business from Quora or Reddit. Mostly service based, you will get very good traction from Reddit. Okay, so they are all called as social bookmarking portals. Reddit, Dick, Delicious, they all were they all are called as social bookmarking sites. They all were standing at the same priority and importance back to a decade. But then Reddit emerged as the most popular platform out of all of these platforms. Similar to Reddit, there are few hundreds of platforms. Okay, to name few, Reddit, Dig, Delicious, I have forgot the names. 2010 we used to use.
Hearing for the first time.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah, Reddit heard of it, right?
Reddit
all used to stand at the same priority or importance. Reddit made a progress. Reddit grew significantly. Okay. So now, see, when you see, internet marketing is all about using internet. See, you understand, see, internet marketing, you're doing internet marketing because you know the people are on internet. So you will prefer to put a hoarding in the places where there is a crowd, correct? Now internet is fully crowded, correct? And good part is on internet you can be very choosy, selective. You can target the people. If you want to show ad only to men, you can show, but not with the organic activities. Organic post can be seen by anybody. But when it comes to ad, you can target only women, only men. But when it comes to hoarding, you have no control over it. Men sees, women sees, kids sees, everybody sees that hoarding. Even regardless of their buying potential, you put a villa, 7 crores worth villa, regardless of their buying potential, everybody sees it. But when it comes to internet marketing, you can pick people only from specific income groups. You can pick people only from specific radius, area. I can target only HSR layout and I can show ads. Right? Right? So now, social media people have no clue. See, social media has to be used mainly for branding purpose. Right? So social media, you have something amazing about your product and service. You want to know, people want to know about it. That's when you can use, but not go and post every day. I do digital marketing training, register my program. It gets nothing for me, right? Rather, I should be investing my energy in producing a valuable content to the public. So, for example, here are some of the best work from home options. I'll speak about 10 different career options. I have actually spoken about it on YouTube channel, different careers. So I can create some value and create a self branding, correct? Right? So when people see me anywhere on my website, whenever people have necessity or need, when they get to see my profile, they'll be able to recall, okay, so I know this person is popular, I have seen him speaking about XYZ topic, he's very knowledgeable about it. That's how they'll be able to relate it, right? And social media, you can use it for paid marketing, for lead generation, for building awareness, right? Now, if you are a serious business and if you should be able to, and especially if you're investing on various kinds of marketing, you should have your own brand, own identity, own name, and you should be able to track, you should be getting people to your portfolio or profile, not to the Facebook page or Instagram page, right? That's why you need a website now, right? That's not the only reason. You have to create lots of convenience, right? You have to capture the data, you have to allow them to make the payment, You have to allow them to fill the inquiry form and you should receive an email to your inbox, right? So for all of this, so when it comes to it, the most important and basic thing is having a website, right? So once you have the website, you can optimize your website to show up on Google like this. You can show up your website on ads like this. You can connect or link your website here, or you can update the website link on Facebook or Instagram or any other platform. Correct? Correct? Okay. Right? And now if you have website, you can go speak anywhere you want. You speak on Reddit, Quora, wherever you want, right? So people has an address now. See, you are not simply telling, okay, so I am selling so and so, and you are not leaving that place. You are telling that I am selling so and so. If you are interested in it, reach out to me on this phone number. Phone number is an address. You are creating an option for them to get back to you, connect back to you, or you are telling your website name, correct? But what do you tell on the internet when you are speaking to public? You have to give an option then to come back to you, right? Right? So that's why you need a brand name, identity, or a reference, and that's going to be your website name. And if you just go to people and meet, I'm a business, they'll ask, can I get you a business card? Can I get you a business address? Can I get you a domain name, website name? That's the first thing now people ask in B2B. See, for example, if you're into pest control or if you're into packers and movers, nobody asks you, can I get you a website? So if as a pest control, if you're meeting corporates compulsory, they'll ask you, do you have the website? Can I get you a website address? Can I get you a brand name or the company name? They go to the internet and research. So now you might have the website name, you have some details on your website. They would just explore and understand the products and services you are providing. But now, if they have to understand the real quality of your service quality, they go to the internet and explore. That's when they explore various kinds of pages pertaining to your business, such as Google business listing pages. They read the ratings and reviews. They go to Facebook and read the ratings and reviews. Facebook also has rating option. They go and read about your business. Yes. They go to various profiles on the internet and read about your business and understand how credible you are. This would include press release about your business also. If there is a nice press release about your business, they are being rated one of the best packers and movers or best pest control company or one of the best e-commerce platform, right? See now, when you are sitting in this class, you might not realize my worth of even after a couple of classes or months of classes. Suddenly one day you will see me, a lot of people speaking about me in the news or maybe a newspaper. That's when you feel, okay, he is valuable.
Yeah,
correct. This being the reason businesses do press release. This being the reason businesses simply create some scenario and they do the press release. Create that bubble, they make the noise around it, speak about it, and they try to leave an impression. And why do you think these people, whenever they see a celebrity or politician, they go and take a photo?
Because they get the money.
No, not money, man.
Just to create their brand.
Their branding. Right? Yeah, I know that politician, I know this person, that person. They are trying to increase their value. They will not prefer to take a photo with you. And the moment, could be your close friend, but the moment they see a celebrity or a politician, they will run, leaving you. And see, for them, that becomes important, their branding or identity for them. And they will go and put the status. Everybody has to see now. Everybody have to feel, okay, so he's such a valuable person. We all know how valuable and worthful they are. Correct? So exactly, so if you're in business, you might have to do certain things. Right? So this being the reason a lot of companies do, we got funding. Okay. And they are taking a loan, they are not able to survive on their own and they are taking a loan. A negative thing has been converted to a positive thing. Not necessarily loan always. There are multiple sides of funding. Okay. So when they are on the growth trajectory, so they need the funding to scale up things and there are multiple things. So they want some news around it. We used to do for some companies. We used to create some scenario, we used to do press release. There were some scenarios, we took the portfolio of the founder. We started speaking, he came from a village, he was working for 10,000 salary, making it more sympathetic, empathetic.
Almost every founders, if you see the recent times, everybody has the same story.
No, but the thing is,
Never have seen the offering.
So now what it
says
is?
they are in background engineering, I was not proper and all those things. And Yeah, I've seen
And
a
I
lot of
started
people.
selling the chai and everything.
So, see, public is the fool. Okay.
Because their target audience,
See, that is
majority
selling
of the
to the
kids
story.
are, we only, right? So even we come from that background, if that person is able to do,
Even now people say I am farmers. What is that? Everybody are farmers. In the country, everybody eat, everybody sleep, everybody do. And sometimes some people, let's assume a traffic police will be working in a rain cleaning something. They'll put a photo. Don't you think farmers are working hard? Don't you think any other profession, people in any other profession are working hard?
Yeah.
Don't you think the mother at home is working hard? They don't even sleep, right? Many times. They will take a photo of some random person. We did not even sleep at the cinema sets. We continued shooting extended 1 hour extra. Is that really a great thing? Celebrity extending 1 hour and continuing the shooting. There's so many people who don't sleep the whole night and will be working hard. And I don't know what to tell to those people, and they create so much of sympathy. They are not creating. There are people public like this. Okay. Anyways, right. So now you understand the importance of website, right?
Yeah.
See, if you own a website, see, and of all this, we discussed about search engines. So even before we discuss about the website, I would like to discuss about the push and pull marketing,
Pushing to marketing.
the types of marketing. Okay, marketing and sales. We'll finish off. Usually, I used to discuss about this only after discussing about the website, after completion of the website. But I'll discuss this first. Okay. So we all have to understand the meaning of marketing and sales. Anybody here can tell me what is marketing and sales? What is marketing and what is sales?
Sale is basically you are giving a product for a price.
What is marketing? First, let's discuss about it.
Marketing is
You're making
advertising.
aware of the product.
You meet a lot of people, right? You market about your business or service. What is
Introduction
marketing?
of our product services to the
Awareness.
Mainly building awareness about your product. So mainly building visibility for your product. Marketing is simply, don't complicate with the definitions of MBA or the definitions on the internet. Marketing is as simple as building visibility for your product or service for yourself. It's all about building visibility, right?
Is this class everything written in that, or should I note it down?
It's written. It's all written. Okay.
We just need to revise.
Just go through it. Okay. So marketing is all about building visibility for your product or service or for your content, or it can be anything pertaining to you with a defined goal or objective. Why are you building visibility? You want to expect a sale. You are expecting a sale. That's why you are building visibility to it. You are expecting people to perceive you as the affiliate person or maybe something else. That's why you wear a lot of gold and get into a functional hall, or you will get down from a very expensive car. Correct? The type of see, that is also marketing. So building visibility for yourself, for a product or a service, or it can be anything with a defined goal or objective. If a business does it, the goal is always to sell it. If a person does it, what is the goal? It can be anything.
Sure.
It can be anything. Correct? So they want to leave an impression that they are rich. They want to leave an impression that they are very powerful. That's why some people come beating somebody. You must have seen in movies, right? Huh? How they never.
Rajinikanth movies is there.
So while they come, they start scolding somebody or beating somebody.
Oh,
So they
yeah,
want to show their
that's
heroism,
superiority.
right? Superiority, the dominance, proving the dominance or superiority. That's also a marketing, right? You understood marketing. So with a proper defined objective or goal, you are building the visibility, right? So in digital marketing also, with a proper defined goal or objective, you are building the visibility for your product and service. The only difference is here you are using internet as well as you are doing it on the gadgets, not on the streets, not on the physical
Physically,
offline,
not
no,
in
nothing
physical.
physical. It's all on the internet. So where you are using internet and the gadgets. That's all, right? So now what happens is, unfortunately, when people opt for digital marketing course or when they start working on digital marketing, they don't understand the simple things why they are doing it. They all stress on the tools or the platforms features, how to use Facebook options or all features. Even after 5 6 years, they don't understand how do they sell it properly. How can they sell it effectively to the target audience? They'll be very well versed with all the options of features, how to use them. But what is the point if they cannot understand whom they should be targeting? See, there is no point of understanding how to upload a creative and launch a campaign if they couldn't understand who are their target audience. Correct? They don't even know whether it's male or female buying their products. They don't know what kind of persona is showing interest in their product. So sometimes we cannot expect sale happening from all age groups. It's only certain age groups. In metropolitan cities, the highest, so the mostly between 25 to 35 or 40. So from service to service, it varies again. From service to service. So if you look at pest control, it will be all above 35. Mostly 35 to 40 age groups will be searching for pest control. If I take digital marketing course or maybe e-commerce, it will be all between 25 to 35. And you will get a validation only when you have data. So the proper understanding happens only when you get to see the real data on your dashboards. Correct? So these are all assumptions. I can assume, I can make n number of assumptions, but digital marketing gives you this data where you will be able to go through this data and understand what kind of audience group are getting more sales to you, what kind of genders are purchasing most of the products, right? So I don't know how many of you have heard of this brand Unique, VOONIK, Unique, NIK, Unique, C Bazaar. So there are some brands. So Unique is explicitly for women. It sells all. It used to sell that got acquired by Myntra or Jabong. I'm not sure.
Before it was there. It had
Wood.
like that. Yeah, yeah. Before it was, I don't know from now, few years it is not there. But before it was there.
So by default assumption, who buys these types of products? Women, right?
Yeah.
But they had a lot of men buying also.
Yeah.
See, our assumptions will be only women will buy, correct? So if you are promoting a shirt or
product, right?
no, that's what I'm telling. Unique is completely related to women, but then men were also buying it from the platform.
The
Maybe
reason
they will
is,
be buying for their
Yeah.
Spouses.
yeah, that's what the gifting.
No, but at least you are able to understand, right? So it's important to serve ad to men also, right? That's what the conclusion to be drawn here. Correct. What are you interpreting out of this data here? So do not restrict showing ads to men, though they are related to men. They'll buy
The
it from.
point is, whenever you do, like if I search gift for my husband, okay, automatically the algorithm is such a way, you go to Instagram, you go to Facebook, all those brands pop up.
Correct.
So whether I'm going
That is
with-
remarketing. That is remarketing. You're going to learn that as well. Wherever you go, the ad starts following you.
That's what the algorithm is such a way that wherever you go, now if I see
No. It's not
They have all the
algorithm.
information.
See, it's all pre-built, but it doesn't happen with all the brands. You visit Canada Digital and see, will that happen? So we
no, but
digital
the moment you
marketers.
put digital marketing and looking digital marketing trading,
So that is
immediately you get
we
so
run the-
many.
We run the remarketing campaigns. We digital marketers run the remarketing campaigns. So now, for example, let's say you have visited some product on Amazon. So Amazon is running a remarketing campaign on Facebook, Instagram, or anywhere on the internet. Whenever you visit those websites or the platforms, you will again see the ads of the product which you have browsed. If Amazon pauses that campaign, you will not see that ad. It's not algorithm picking up. Algorithm, there is an intelligence. There is an option for digital
No, I
marketing
feel
to
that is
execute.
intelligence because the moment I see only then it is coming.
Yes.
Otherwise it is
We
not
discuss how
coming.
that happens. There is something called as cookies. So on internet, whatever you do, see if you're walking on a wet floor, you leave the footprints, right? So browsing internet is walking on a muddy floor or a wet floor, right? All your footprints will be tracked,
Correct.
right? So if I'm browsing something here, a cookie will be stored. This browser will store that information that Manjunath has searched for pest control near me. Now if I visit any website, it starts showing me pest control related ads. So now what happens is technically, these cookies are associated with my email ID or associated with this browser. Now now this browser has stored a memory about my activity. What is the memory that it has got? Manjunath has browsed about pest control. So now if I am typing or if I am visiting any website, so now you are telling wherever you go it follows. It doesn't really follow wherever you go. It follows you wherever
No, I'm
You
doing
are-
social media.
social
Facebook
media,
and Instagram.
wherever your cookies are stored. So now if I'm typing anything here about the pest control on this browser, I get to see those. There is a good possibility of I seeing again about the pest control on this browser, right? If I leave this browser and if I go to another browser, this is a different browser. This is a different browser. You could see that, right?
Yeah.
Now this browser will have different memory or storage. Different. See here, I have searched about different things. So it has different history. So now, for example, if you're purchasing a specific type of product regularly from a supermarket, if you go to the supermarket, that person easily recognizes what kind of products you buy and he starts advising you. He will probably know about your financial, like it's not really the financial status, but then the buying power,
Budget things.
the buying power or the budget criteria, and he will suggest you the products accordingly, right? But if you go to supermarket too, you cannot expect what he was suggesting to happen here as well, right? And if you are often visiting maybe vegetable mart, now they have got a different kind of memory about your purchase because over there your behavior is completely different, right? It is all, we will discuss this in depth. Your behavior is all different from browser to browser, user to user, I should say, not browser to browser. Okay. So what were we discussing? Yeah, we discussed about marketing, right? Marketing. So you understood the definition of marketing. Marketing is simply.
But you were telling about Vonic, how did it come?
No, I was telling that we assume by default, see, when unique is completely meant for women, but then there were a lot of men visiting and purchasing the products. I just wanted to give that as an example that you cannot really make assumptions and stick only to it, right? So by default, if you are the marketer to run the campaigns, by default you would go and target only women, right? Thinking that women are the only target audience for you, right? So what I'm suggesting is you can do that, but even before you do that, take a look at data, right? See, volume should be obviously women will be the highest volumes, volume wise highest, but when it comes to paid, when it comes to return on investment, when you are investing on ads and buying the traffic, right? So when it comes to women, it's a very highly competitive segment. When it comes to you are selling women related products, all your competitors also must have targeted women. You are also targeting the same women. It's like tug of war. You are pulling the same customer and they are also pulling the same customer. And nobody is bothered about this man standing there, correct? And that man is also planning to buy the product. Since there is no competition, if you go and catch hold of that person, you don't have to spend more energy. Now, if it's a tug of war, you have to invest so much of energy pulling that person this side, correct? Right? So this is in digital marketing. It is good return on investment. So now, how it works is to get 100 women to the website, you have invested, let's say 10,000 rupees. Each click is costing you 100 rupees. Let's assume each click is costing you 100 rupees, or maybe each click is costing you 1 rupee. Let's take this example. Each click is costing 1 rupee. To get 1,000 people to your website, you have invested 1,000 rupees. But since I'm sorry, both the examples are correct, but this will be very confusing for you. Let me take it in a different way. So since you and your competitors, all of them are targeting women, to get one click pertaining to women from the woman, instead of investing 1 rupee, you might have to invest 2 rupees. You have only 1,000 rupees in your hand, right? So now what happened? Since click is 2 rupees, maximum you will be able to get 500 clicks to your website, correct? If each you are getting it, right? Yes. So since each click is costing you 2 rupees, using 1,000 rupees, how many people can you get to your website? 500 people, correct? So now if conversion rate is 1%, out of 500, how many sales can you get? 1%, 5, right? So now your cost per acquisition is 100 rupees, correct? So to get one sale, you have spent 200 rupees. See, you have spent 1,000 rupees and got 500 people at one conversion rate. You got only 5 sales. Your total investment is 1,000. 1,000 divided by 5 is 200. So you have invested 200 rupees in getting one sale, and your product price is 500 rupees. Correct? If you minus 200 from 500 rupees, 300 rupees. Your product original cost itself is 300 rupees. Correct? You selling at 500 rupees would have given you a profit of 200 rupees. Just because your marketing expense itself is 200 rupees per sale.
No profit, no loss.
It's a break even, right? It could be in fact a negative thing because you have to pay the marketing agency now. You have to bear other kinds of various kinds of. Okay, let's assume still it's a break even. Now, the other scenario, since there's no competition with the men population, the click might cost you just 1 rupee, right? So now you got 1,000 people for the same 1,000 rupees budget, you got 1,000 people. Whereas in the first case, you got only 500 people, correct? Now you got 1,000 people. Now at same one conversion rate, how many sales will you be able to get?
10,
What is the cost per acquisition now?
100 rupees.
Correct? Clear? So now this is return on investment. So you have invested 100 rupees and you have made 100 rupees. That is 100% returns. Your investment is 100 rupees, right? And you made 100 rupees. 100% returns. Or we call it as 1x returns, one time return, two times return. If you have invested 100 rupees and if you have made 500 rupees, and
5x.
5x, 500 percentage, right? So this is called as return on investment. So you shouldn't be, see, in digital marketing, the most important thing is understanding return on
ROI.
investment, ROI. So you're not supposed to blindly keep spending. A lot of business owners do it. See, a lot of business owners knowingly do it because for them, acquiring the market and killing the competition is super
So
important.
sometimes you do it to create a visibility also. Even if it's a break even, they
See,
do
now
it.
for some businesses, they will have repeat values, lifetime values. There's something called as lifetime value or repeat orders, right? Or see, this repeat orders or lifetime value is one reason. Another reason is killing the competition and acquiring the market.
Correct.
So if they're consistently doing this,
One day or the other they'll have
the
a bad
competitor will
value.
die,
Yes.
right? And third scenario is, regardless of all of this, increasing the valuation of the business. The valuation of the business will increase for different reasons. One is if you're making good profits, your valuation will increase. Without profits, even if you're making revenues, your business, see, valuation of the business is measured in multiple ways, different ways, right? So even if you're not making any profits, but if you're making very good revenue, your revenue is 20,000 crores, 10,000 crores, 5,000 crores, 1,000 crores, your value, your company is at a very good valuation. First thing, what did I tell?
For long term, you said value.
Okay. So one is if you're acquiring. So one is if your growth month on month or year on year growth, regardless of the profits, right? If you're growing month on month, regardless of the profits, even regardless of the revenues. Sometimes businesses see how quickly it is growing. The investors see how quickly the business is growing. Purely based on this, they invest or the company will be valued, right? So this being the reason, no, not just turnover. Second scenario was turnover. You are doing 10,000 crores.
First scenario
No, no,
is
no. First scenario is
the first scenario is you're saying the visibility, correct?
market acquisition. Market acquisition. Okay. I got not confused. I just forgot that first thing. I'll tell you. I'll come back there. So one scenario is how quickly you are growing. Don't go with order first or second. Just remember from here. One
So that is
scenario is
basically turnover.
no, no, not turnover. Turnover is different. See, one is valued based on your turnover. So you are not making anything today at zero. You are not valued. You will start making 1 crore. Your value goes up. Now you are making 1,000 crores per year. Your value goes up. Now this revenue making. So now you are valued regardless of your profits, right? So now for making wise investments, again they think are they making profits or not is second scenario. But then they see you are making 1,000 crores and you are valued definitely at 4,000 crores or 2,000 crores or again 1,000 crores or 500 crores, whatsoever, you have valuation. You are zero, you have some valuation. It could be 500 crores or 1,000 crores or 2,000 or 4 times 4,000 crores. This is one scenario. Second scenario, you haven't reached 1,000 crores, you haven't reached 500 crores, you haven't reached even 10 crores. But then if you look at month on month growth, it's very high. Month on month, you are making a lots of revenue. 100% every month, 100%, 200%, 300%. So this is month growth rate. Based on growth rate, your business valuation go up. Based on revenues, your business valuation goes up. Based on customer acquisition, scale at which you are acquiring the customers. So you had only 500 customers and now it went up to 5 million customers and your business valuation is very high, right? So now this is the first criteria any investor considers. And eventually there are multiple criteria. Are you profitable? Which quarter you are profitable? Yeah, please.
Actually, they say that the more we invest in marketing, like in the sense like if we just give them like 60K to 50K per month, the more growth we get is what they say. But sometimes what happens is, like when we start with a lesser budget, then we can just see and we can assume, right, like how it happens. Or should we just go with a higher budget and invest it and just wait for it? So how does this thing go?
See, proven models or concepts, if you have proven expertise over it, so for example, let's say you have proven expertise over running the same kind of business earlier, you know how it works.
Yeah.
You just have to invest and expand it. Perfectly fine. If you're testing the waters, you have to go with a smaller budget. You have to understand whether it works or not. And sometimes, for some businesses, even this testing will be involved with thousands of crores, hundreds of crores.
Yeah.
Okay. So their experiment will comprise the investment of few hundreds of crores. Okay. So now if you are planning to do something like that, still you have to go with a very small budgets, right? Maybe the best option is usually businesses when they are testing, they invest some amount on Google Ads. They invest. See, for example, I'll give you a different example. If I want to test my product in US market, how is the response? How I make money? I don't know, right? Even before I want to launch over there, I can run a Google Ad campaign. I get the people, traffic from that region. I understand the response. If it is going good, I'll start building a physical presence. Various kinds of activities can be planned around it. Okay. Okay. So one more thing, you understood, right? Valuation. So now second criteria, they will consider whether they are making profits or not. Since how long they are making profits, and when did the loss occur? Zomato had 11,000 crores of loss few years ago, and still now they are in a unicorn, one of the top company, right?
They got some again funding and all.
So the valuation. So it's difficult to understand how they all work until unless we start doing all of them, right? Or you should be working with such people. There are investment companies. So if you are working with them also, we'll understand all of this thoroughly. Okay.
So
Okay.
that also will be thought for us.
We learn digital marketing. So investment, I should know, right? I should know.
For
Right?
us, like thought for us.
Whatever
also.
knowledge I possess, even that's outside of syllabus, I'll teach. Okay, whatever knowledge I have got, I'll speak about it. Okay, but as per my understanding, that knowledge is not. It is something like this. So we don't make an agreement when we are in the home. We don't make an agreement with the God. When I come out, will you teach me how to drink milk, how to drink water? We all learn it in the process, in the system. As we come out, we start crying. It's not really made an agreement and learn. So in business, 90% of the things are like that. In business, 90% of the things cannot be taught. No MBA also teaches. No MBA also can teach it. So in business, the only thing that teaches you is how smart steps you take immediately, how quickly you make the decisions, the kind of patience you have got, and how boldly you stand against it. So if you are escaping from any of these things, your learning is gone, right? So it again needs a caliber, intelligence, IQ, right? Boldness, passion, love for it, patience, a lot of things. It's not that easy. I'm not easy. I don't know like about luck, but luck is definitely outcome of all of these things. See, for example, she's telling luck. Sometimes suddenly somebody comes to me and let's assume says, Manjuna, this is worth 50 lakhs. We want you to take care of this project. Should I be considering this as a luck or not? We'll discuss that with this example.
Look, I'm not telling you just purely luck, but I'm telling you apart from, along with this, you should
So
have
now luck is our karma or actions, I'll tell you. So now for the last 5-6 years, I must be
you were working
maintaining a
hard.
very good
That is
relation,
why,
very good relation, and must have left a very good impression to the public or to the people around me that I'll put my mind and soul into it and get the things done. This thing would have made them consider me. See now this is series of action for several years.
I
Correct?
understand. I'm not saying only the luck.
Okay, that's again I could say a sweet name given to your intelligence, efforts, knowledge, everything. I would say. So luck is not a suddenly coming from somewhere else. I believe, but eventually, in course of time, we are misleading the meaning of luck to like that. Probably when it was originated, the meaning would have been different. And now our perception and meaning around it has completely changed, attributing it to astrology or maybe to signs of stars or maybe accidentally happening. Yeah, we haven't completed the sales definition still. Marketing, we understood. What is sales now?
Actually, getting monetary benefit is.
A 5 years kid sells stomachache and bunks the class. Where is the monetary value here? A 5 years kid sells stomachache to their teachers or parents, maybe parents, and bunks the class.
So consumption, you're saying basically.
What is selling?
Selling things like
The end customer is using
Selling
it.
the product
Giving the
by
information.
convincing the customer.
So it's nothing but an effort in order to achieve your
What
goal
you
or
want.
objective, right? See, marketing was purely building visibility to achieve that goal or objective, but there was no effort. Correct? Marketing, see now person getting down from a car is marketing,
Correct.
right?
It is going to sell it or not.
Now, if the person after getting down from the car, he starts speaking, hey, I recently bought this car. This is worth 100 crores, 50 crores, right? This is an effort to sell something. In first scenario, case one, he just got down the car, out of the car.
But that
and
is advertising.
no. Advertising also we'll discuss, right? Advertising.
What he is trying to tell is that is advertising. Sale is something which you.
Advertising is probably you making others to speak about you.
Correct. That's what it is.
Nobody is making here you speak about, right? You got down of the car, silently you went inside the function hall. This is marketing. Now I got down from the car, right? I did not get into the function hall. I stood there and I started speaking. This car is nothing for me. I'm going to give this to my driver from next week. I'm going to plan another car, right? I gave on spot 10 crores and bought this car, right? So now you are putting an additional effort to sell that impression or make them feel that you are rich. So in the first scenario, you built a visibility over there. Also, you had an objective or goal of projecting that you are rich,
Yeah.
but you did not put any effort. You just built a visibility,
Correct.
right?
Mm.
A visibility can make it happen or may not, right? Now, in order to make it happen, you are selling. Selling is an effort put to achieve your goal or objective, and it can be anything.
But when you are selling, your prospective customer should be there.
No, obviously, that is all there by default.
Uh-huh.
Correct.
Then it is a selling. Otherwise, it's advertising.
It means we are
See,
focusing on-
your kid will not go to his siblings and say, "I have stomachache." He knows that their siblings will cannot care about it. If he goes and says to mom only cares. Right? Obviously, that's a default thing. They know to whom they have to sell, and they are selling. See, that's why they have picked a function hall. They are not daily. They are not wearing the daily. They are not using the daily. Correct? They understood the situation, scenario, their target audience, everything properly. Correct? Right? Clear? Marketing and selling definition. So now, when you are doing digital marketing, a lot of people miss out on these two things: marketing and selling, or they will do just marketing. Marketing is getting traffic to your website, and they miss out on selling. Right? So the web page, what you put the content, what you display, it could be your Google business profile or Facebook page or directory, your website or web page, any page, it has to sell. It is eliminating the human intervention. It is acting as a salesperson. The web page is acting as a salesperson. Correct? So it should have a selling strategy. We are going to discuss that in depth. What is the selling strategy? But even before, see that we get into those discussions when we start with the conversion optimization. Right? A lot of digital marketers don't focus on any of these things. They just learn how do I make my business show up on the Google, which will never happen if they couldn't understand these things. If you are making your website, if your web page has good selling strategy, a good selling strategy will engage the customer, prospect, the visitor, whomsoever a visitor. If they are engaged, engagement is one of the metric for Google to retain your website in the top.
That is if you have a good content.
People coming and visiting
So
your website.
again, I usually don't prefer to use the word content, right? So people misunderstand it to be a lot of text. And you know, digital marketers, a lot of people misunderstand and they putting paragraphs of information. Content is representation of information in the form of image, videos, or text.
Correct.
And certain fools consider it to be as lots of text and they just flood it with the text. 90% of the digital marketers do it even today. When we say content rich web page, they don't understand what a content rich web page is. Their understanding is stuff it with lots of content. Why
Copy
it is
paste
not
copy.
connected? I'll show you one example to you what a content rich website, how content rich website terminology is misunderstood. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, tell me. Good morning. What's your name? Pawan. Is he CA? Is he CA? CA, Chartered Accountant. Okay, let me call you back. Give me some time, I'll call you back. Okay. Your name? Your name? Okay, fine. I'll call you back. Okay. See now, this digital marketer who is working on this website misunderstood a content-rich web page. Okay, and he has put only content. Where is selling strategy here? Where is information here? And how is this information has been presented? Should you be really putting so much of text? I'll show you many such examples. See, do you see that as a web page? Do you see this web page as a salesperson? If you are meeting the packers and movers business owner directly, do you know what all they speak? They know what they should be speaking to their customer. Mainly, they would assure that we will not break your products. We will only pack everything. You don't have to do anything. We will take care of everything. Where do you see that here? Fortunately in this domain, everybody by default knows all that. So that's why they are paying least interest to this. Correct.
Maybe why choosers in that will be there.
Why choose? See, not why chooses. A lot of not necessarily why chooses. Anything can be communicated. Why chooses? Why chooses is explicitly about them. Why choosers cannot speak what everybody are doing, right? It is something general everybody are doing. You don't have to do anything, sit quiet. They'll only come home, pack, they'll only take it and they'll unpack everything, they'll do it. This is something done by every package mover. There is nothing
Correct.
special.
But generally, why choosers is your USP. That's how your
Yeah. So a web page should comprise USPs, why choosers, as well as detailed information about what the service covers, basically.
How do we work?
Right? So there is nothing spoken about it here. They have simply put paragraphs of text.
Yeah,
Nobody will
that
read.
is-
So these people misunderstood this digital marketer who is working on this. SEO done by Sheetal.net. Okay, this is how it works. It doesn't work this way. Sorry. So they misunderstand. Okay. Okay, fine. So what we will do is, I think starting any other topic might take more time. We'll wind it up for today. Okay. So any questions with regard to the topics discussed today? Right. So first few classes will go very slow because it's important to get hold on the basics. Later on, things. So later on, you will be able to understand very easily whatsoever is being taught or spoken in the class.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you could just send the notes, we can just refer it once.
Yes.